thunderstormy, rainy kind of day, on and off. But want to get back up here and look at how these cover crops and plants are looking since the rains and the foliar feeds. Just a quick glimpse at things. Uh, Looking pretty good though. Nice to see that second set of germination on the buckwheat coming through. You see all those smaller stature plants just throwing their cotyledon leaves out. And those will help fill that canopy in real nice for us. And I managed when I cast the seed to get it to hit up the toad slope of the bank here as well. And you can see up top there they're germinating too. So that'll fill that whole row edge right in, right around the potatoes and protect those soils from exposure to sun and all. And then, well, and things will grow on really well, hopefully. So far, so good by the look of it. Looks like our foliar feed is taking and having an excellent effect on our plant health. I definitely see a massive growth response here. Like 2 days, all that growth there for sure, from the tips of my fingers forward. Same here. So that's excellent news. We'll just take a look at the tomatoes over here quick while we're in this section of the farm. Same thing. Explosive growth. We'll just go take a walk up to the more northern end of the block here and have a look. Let you get a glimpse of the transition from one variety to another here. And yeah, we got tomatoes coming on. I don't like it or not. I said it earlier this season. I said it. You can't stop it. You just can't stop it. You let nature rip. She'll go with it all the way. We'll just take a look at this section up here that is always so super robust, healthy. See more good leaf growth here. You know, again, that's all new growth right there in 2 days. So that just shows our foliar feeds are fairly well tuned and we're having a massive effect on growth, which means we are reducing the amount of yield potential that we're limiting. That might be a weird way of saying it, but really what we're always trying to do is reduce yield loss throughout the season. And the earlier we can make an effect on a plant's health, the more yield loss we can head off as we go through the season. That's really the way to look at it. Not that you're trying to increase the yield, but more that you're trying to reduce the loss of yield. And I'll just give you another glimpse here of the block. And as you come down this section of the block, you see the soil quality, the soil color, the plant vigor, and we see the transition as we come up into this shale ridge. These plants, with their foliar feeds and corrections, are doing really well, but there's a big difference between that and that. We got something dying off here. I don't know what happened here. Maybe I overdid a foliar feed. I went a little too hard in one spot. That's possible. So I'm just going to have a peek underneath the canopy of the plants here just to see what's going on with some things. But as soon as I push that canopy aside, I see all these mushrooms growing up in here. So we have lots of fungal activity going on here. even despite first season out, having cut the soil up with a disc and a bed former and all that aeration and tillage, we still have some really nice fungal growth here in our undercanopy. Right, so I'm just going to scoop a little bit of soil out around the roots of these to get a better look at the root system underneath, because these are some really robust, large plants, and I just want to see how they're looking tuber-wise at the moment. I know we're nowhere near finished, but I want to have a look. And so, spotted the mushrooms, then I go to take a scoopful out, and look at all this material that comes out of here. This is all, you know, grass and, organic material that was on top of the soil that got disked and bed formed in and is now providing nutrient to our plants. And with all the activity that's going on in the soil here, that'll be breaking down at a very fast pace. And that's a big part of why we're able to supply so much awesome nutrition to these plants with just some basic foliar feeds, because in the soil there is a tremendous amount of energetic potential for us and nutritional potential, and we're just accessing it and letting it do its thing. So I don't see any tubers forming on there yet, and I don't want to dig too crazy around the base of this plant, but I do want a little more information here, so I'm gonna have another dig here. And it's amazing also, I should point this out, that even though we got all that heavy rain, look at that, all that rain that we got, when I dig down deeper into this bed former bed, it's not dry. It's got moisture, but it's nowhere near as damp as it appears on top. And that layer is what, maybe 4 inches down, 4.5 inches down, something like that. So interesting to note. Does not seem to be affecting the plants too much. And we have more rain forecast for this evening and tomorrow. And then end of the week, we're supposed to be getting either a hurricane or the remnants of a hurricane coming up from down south. And I don't think that's going to hurt us at all, because we could actually use the extra moisture. Clearly, the water hasn't gotten as far in it as it looks like it has. So we've had good dry weather here. We've had a couple of timely rains, but we haven't had any real good rains this summer. It's been sort of a weird drought-like season. So again, nice to see such healthy, vigorous growth even through a dry year and without mulch covers on. And now we're taking action to correct that with the cover crops. Guess we'll just have a quick look at the cover crop block here while we're here. That's really filling in nice with the rains that we're getting, really accelerating things. Can you see where the soil is a little bit better? I mean, it's mapped out with the cover crop, huh? Pretty cool. While I'm up here, up this way, I'll just give you a quick clip. Nothing too exciting or remarkable to note. Obviously a growth spurt, but that's about it. That, and there are so many rabbits in here, I really have to get into eating rabbit soon, I think. Because there's an endless protein source here that's not being used. I've had rabbit a couple times, so I can't say I particularly like it. I think I need to find a way to like it. I'll just give you a shot of this holy basil here, because this stuff really is amazing. Just exploding and filling in as a cover crop in here. And of course, the animals chewed our pepper down again. So I guess I'll probably dig those two remaining ones up and bring them back, where I can have a little better control over them. I want to point out this holy basil, what these things become. This is all one holy basil plant. see all that branching structure, and that all of this bush is holy basil from one plant. And then if you keep pruning these back, they'll keep branching out like that and growing back out like this. And you'll have literally bushes by the end of the season on a good year where you start early and get running. Yeah, more rain and clouds coming. And that's a good thing, given what we found deeper down in that soil profile. You always reap what you sow.